Hey guys, Liquid Fire here. Thanks for joining me again tonight. So we are in Way of the Hunter and we're going to check out the new Christensen arms pack. So basically it's just a little DLC for $2.99 and you get two rifles with it. You get the modern precision rifle and the modern hunting rifle. So we'll go check those out, but first we're going to take a look at the fixes that they added. So right off, we have the fixed potential on the common eland. So players, some players anyway, weren't able to see the fitness on some of the herds for the eland. So they fixed that now. They did add a note that players who previously couldn't see the fitness potential will now see it displayed as stable on the hunting map. Okay, so regardless of what you've done, it's going to show up as stable for the first year. And then once the year updates, it'll go back to working normal. So it just wasn't pulling in the numbers, so it's not going to be able to be correct. So that should take care of it going forward, and you'll be able to see all the fitness information there. That'll be good. They fixed the call progress bar on the universal e-collar. So if you remember, it was running across real fast sometimes, but it was running across the screen and all that. So they've got that fixed. That'll be squared away. There was some character finger clipping when aiming down sight while crouched while using the e-collar. Okay, so I'm not sure. But apparently there's some finger clipping that's I'm just not sure how you can be using the e-collar and aiming down the sights at the same time. So I don't know. But some fingers have been fixed. They fixed the brief appearance of the iron sight when chambering ammunition in Prairie the Jack. So that's been resolved. And they made some changes to the ammo setup. H1 now correctly configured as H2 on Prairie the Jack. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there with that change. We'll take a look at it and see what we see. And they have a partial fix. So there were some crashes or failure to load maps for some players. They have a partial fix. Don't know what that means. I guess some players are going to be able to load better now than before. I don't know. But let's go take a look at these rifles here. We'll go ahead and claim them, take a look at all the data on them. Haven't even came in to pick them up yet. So we'll start with the precision. So this is your 338 Lapua. And it's, it's, let's take a look at it. It is not your typical looking hunting rifle. Let me back out just a little bit. Personally, I mean, it looks nice as far as the design elements and all that goes. Just not something that I would really choose for my own personal hunting rifle. And I don't know about that trigger. Either way, so that's the 338. So we'll claim him. I guess I should click on claim. And then you have the 7mm Magnum. So this, go ahead and go into the inspect mode on him. This looks a little more like what I would be more interested in with a standard hunting rifle. I'm not a huge fan of the stock on it, just to be honest. But that's a little better. Still a very interesting trigger. Not as weird looking, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it or anything, but looks like a very short travel. But again, not a bad looking rifle. I think they both look fine. Well designed. Whether you like Christensen arms or not. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so let's go ahead and claim this guy. Let's take a look at the ammo for these. So the 338 is just your regular 338, so you're going to have your standard, nothing new. But the 7mm mag, is it at the bottom? Yep. So here's something new. We've never had the 7mm mag, so we're going to take a look at this. So muzzle energy, 3071 foot-pounds, 4164 joules. This is at the barrel, of course. Tier 5. They're all three Tier 5. The 338, of course, is Tier 6. Then you get the Barnes TSX, 2,940 feet per second, 4164 joules. Then you've got the core locked. So I have to look at the grains. 160 grain, 175 grain. So 2,860 feet per second, 4309 for the energy. So a little more powerful. And then the Premier Long Range is another 175 grain. Exactly the same specs. That's interesting. So if this is accurate, then they are exactly the same specs. We will check them out. So we'll buy a few of these. And we will put them in it and check it out. So let's get this thing. Make sure we got them. Oops. Yeah, we got them both. So let's go to storage. Wow, I haven't even changed from when I was doing the Ranger Chronicles. Alright, so we'll go ahead and throw the precision in slot 1. We will put our 21X on it. If I can find it, there we go. And we're going to put the modern hunting rifle in slot 2. We're going to change our ammo out so that we have all three, so we can check the different energies. And we're going to throw the 21X on it. We don't need anything else. We're not actually going to go hunt. I will do the 400-yard test and add that into the video here in a little bit. But for now, we're just going to hop down here and shoot a few times. I'd never noticed the circle like that on there before. Alright, so here's the modern hunting rifle. Wow, they're loud. So let me turn on Hunter Sense. We need to look at the ground. So 4162. Now we're going to change. I'm going to have to push the button longer. Alright. So now we're to our soft point. And we're at 4308. I didn't hold it. And still 4308. So the numbers are the same. So looks like they're probably right in the encyclopedia. Or they're both wrong, either way. So somebody had mentioned that it kind of sounded like the magazine was empty. And I think, to me, what it sounds like, it just sounds like a synthetic magazine. But that bolt, that sounds sticky. Listen to it cycle. That doesn't sound like a smooth running bolt. I mean, it may be realistic. It just doesn't sound very smooth. So let's get back to our free here. Let's hear what this thing sounds like. I don't think it sounds too bad. Yeah, I think it's fine. So let's jump over to the new 338. And I'm not going to check the ammo because it's the normal ammo, but... Oh, can't... I was going to... Well, we'll just have to shoot it to do it. Is it just me, or did that sound exactly the same? Well, that's kind of a chunky sounding bolt too. Yeah, I need to go get some ammo to change through that, because that just sounds... We'll just say interesting for the moment. Doesn't matter what we have. Throw button. Okay. All right. That just sounds weird. Like there's hardly nothing to it with the mag reload. And again, the bolt sounds chunky. So you can hold 6 rounds in it. And 6 rounds in the 7mm as well. So I'm going to try to shoot these back to back here. Oh, I've disturbed the pigs down there. They sound super similar to me. I mean, maybe it's just me. I guess maybe the 338 has a little more bass to it. I don't know. I don't know. Let me go grab the other 338 and see how she sounds comparatively. I guess could have just went to the Jeep, but whatever. Alright, so where's a CO2? We'll just shoot from up here. Alright, so this is the new 338. And this is the old one. Ah, wrong button. I don't know. Yeah, they definitely sound different to me. There's more meat, more oomph behind the old 338. And I don't know what that is right there, but it looks like a dude standing there. I mean, I know it's not, but anyway. So there's the sounds, and like, listen to the, let me reload here. Listen to the bolt. So that's the old one. Let me change it over, so second bolt. See how that just sounds smooth? Just sounds chunky. And it may be completely real. That may be exactly what it sounds like for all I know, but to me that sounds a lot better though. Alright, anyway, we need to go grab that 44. What am I doing here? So, Prairie the Jack. Equip it, change ammo. I don't own any of these? Okay. Let's go buy something. Let's turn Christensen off. Alright. So I would have to look to see what the difference is. I wonder if they've changed this or if it's still wrong. Alright, so let's put our hammer down in slot 1. We'll put the core lock in slot 2. And the expander in 3. Yeah, let's get into the correct rifle here. Alright, so let's see when we cycle things if the peep sight still pops up. Doesn't look like it. Yep, it doesn't. Alright, so that's definitely fixed. Let's turn our Henderson's back on. Alright, so 1,075. What round do we have in? Oh, that's fine. That's enough. Alright, so with the H2s, we're at 1109. I think that is different, isn't it? Give me a second to pull up. Need to look my old numbers here. Give me just a minute. Alright, so Prairie the Jack was showing 2120, 2120, and 1109 roughly. So I think they did change it. So we're in the H2. I lost my sight here. H2, the hollow point. That should be around 12, or excuse me, around 1109. That's where it is. Our soft point should be around 2120. Yep, 2119. And then I think we do have a change on this one from also being around 2120. Yep, down to 1075. So they did change it. So that was giving us a different round before. So that's going to change the effectiveness of the 44. Alright, not a big deal. Let's see. Let me take a look at the notes, see if there's anything else we can look at. The fitness potential on the Elon. We'll have to jump to take a minute to look at that. Oh, the collar. We will go double check that. If I click on the right one. Alright. So... So nice and slow. Nice and slow. It's keeping track of both of them. So that's good. Going nice and slow. Still keeping track of both. Set in a roe deer call. Everything looks good there. So we did lose our tracking for the first call we used, but that's all right. It's not very often you're going to be jumping from red deer to roe deer and stuff like that to call two things at once. And if you do, just accept that you're not going to have the little bar running. But it does appear to be running. We'll call it the right speed. Really, just the window was expanded all the way over to the right, so the times were all fine. But it looks like they've got that fixed. I don't know what the finger clipping was. I don't know. I don't see it, so I guess, yeah, we'll call that good. I don't know. The iron sight we already looked at. We looked at the ammo. The only other thing is the fitness on the Elon. That's not a big deal. You can go to the map and look and see if it's there or not. We're not in Tickamoon, so I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm going to pause things here and go jump into a... probably jump into Nez Perce. I think it's where I have a 400-yard deer shot set up. And we'll do the little litmus test on the 7mm. It's going to destroy a deer at 400 meters, not a problem. But we're going to pause things, go take a look at that. Oh, you know what? We did not look at the accuracy on here. So let's get both of these guys back on. Actually, let's just do one first. So it looked like it was going to be about the same as a Stinger 20, not the Stinger, the Zephyr. So let's see how similar they actually are. Alright, so this is the Zephyr. We'll zoom in all the way and point at this tree. So that's the size of our dot with the 22. Yeah, it looks pretty close to the same. I will do a measurement on them and update the sheet with the exact details. Let's go grab the other one. We can trade out the Zephyr. And then we'll compare it to something like the Armad. Alright, so this is the hunting rifle. And I guess I need to click the right thing. And there's the precision, looks about the same to me. Now let's go grab something that's actually accurate. So we'll trade out the hunting rifle for the Armad, or one of the monoblocks. Yeah, Armad. Okay, so here's... Why can I not hold breath? There we go. Alright, so there's one of the new ones. And there's what accurate looks like. So yeah, there's there's some opportunity there. Again, it's not bad. It's gonna be perfectly fine. I'll check those, put the numbers in, and I'll update here in a minute what those numbers are. I may have to ad-lib it in. So yeah, we'll go take a look at that, and then I need to go shoot something at 400 meters just to do the basic test with it to make sure. I mean, it's going to work just fine. It's a freaking 7mm Magnum. It's going to drop stuff with no issues, but it's what I'll do. So we'll do it. I'm not going to do the 338 because it's just a different 338. It's going to be exactly the same. No concerns there. Actually, you know what we can do? Just to prove to ourselves that they are the same. So we've got the 338 here. We'll grab the CO2 again. Alright, so here's the precision. We've got the P1 round. Zoom out. So we're at 6112.3, as close as we can get. Let's change it to the P1. And 6112.3. Yeah, they're identical. That's what you would expect. It's the same round. So, just for safety, we'll do the P2. And we're at 5725.6. So 5725.6. Was I on the precision? No, I gotta get to P2. $57.25.6. Shouldn't surprise anybody that they're exactly the same because it is the same exact round. So there you have it. All right, we're going to pause things here. I'm going to go find some deer, aka jump back into an old save if I can find it, and we'll blast them with a 7mm just to say, yeah, we did it, and it works fine. All right, guys, we'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, so I was not in this purse. We are in Matariki, but we've got a 400-meter deer down here to look at. So we're going to be using the modern rifle, and we've got it set up with all three of our different rounds. We've got the Barnes TSX, the core locked, and then lastly we have the Premier long range. So we'll just start with the Barnes. No, should get to the correct rifle. There we go. So we'll just start with the Barnes here and see what we get. My deer's moved. Alright. We'll let him stop. Well, we're gonna have to move some more. Might be in a spot where we can see him off the tower now. But of course he's facing the wrong way. And you can kind of see with the size of the dot, it's not going to be the most accurate. Oh, of course you're going to lay down. I guess we'll put one in while he's laying down. Alright, heads down, he's going to drop. I don't think there should be any real surprise. We'll go ahead and go ahead and pick him up. I don't know what I've got the video settings set at right now, but Jiminy Crickets. It's just the foliage on low. Oh, man. I'm going to crank that back up. Oops. Yeah, we'll just get out. Alright, so we've got some blood going up this way. Which means we got the shot we wanted. Single lung. It's going to be dead right up here. Yeah, there he is. And this again was the Barnes TSX, I believe. Yep, so right lung. Good solid penetration. Didn't go all the way through. I'm kind of surprised, even at that range. I thought this might have a little more oomph, but it hit at 2,700 joules. I mean, that's a ton of power, and it's kind of hard to see from where we're at, the size of the cone, but that's a lot of cone going in. Now, there is a good bit getting ate up. So I'll turn it here before it goes in. It's really hard to see. I should probably change colors, but I don't get too much into the cones. But you can see it's a pretty decent sized cone. Let's see if we can back it up. There you can kind of see how big it is. So it's a good sized cone of damage coming through for critting on the cavity. But of course, I mean, who would not expect this to just drop a deer with no issues? So 400 meters, Barnes TSX, of course, did the deed. I will jump, reset things, and we will go to the next round. All right, be right back. All right, we're back, and we've got the core locked set up here for our shot. Actually, I think we're still in the Barnes, but we're going to go to the core locked. Let's see if we can see our deer down here. Yeah, there he is. Ah. hate taking a standing shot. Alright, let's see if we can see him in the tower. Of course not. Where's this guy at? Well, we're just going to try to hit him while we're standing, I guess. May have been a little low. He's going to go down, but wasn't the shot I was looking for. Alright, let's go pick him up and see what we got. Alright. I did a little better driving over this time. So again, right up through here. He shouldn't be too far. Well, he's actually went further than I expected. I may have made a really bad shot on him. Oh, I was going to shoot that too. Alright. Hang on, how far did you go, guy? Oh, wait. Did you turn? Yep, hard left. Jiminy crickets. Oh, there he is. How bad did I miss? Oh, we about hit the heart. Jeez. But, again, more than enough damage. We had 2,800 joules. You can see the cavity damage jumped in and really finished it off. And that was not a great shot. Not a great shot at all, but still plenty. And we did do what we wanted. We hit single lung. That's all I was really worried about. Again, it's hard to see the cone just because of the colors I have. Back it up a little bit. Should kind of see where it's at and how it's growing. So that's a pretty decent sized cavity cone. And a pretty long one at that. So that's pretty good. Again, it's a 7mm Magnum. Of course, it's going to destroy things. So we'll do it one more time, and hopefully I put a little bit of a better shot on. So that was rough. We came through and hit the leg and everything. Look at all the dots down through here where it hit different things. All right, let me pause things, and we will jump over to the final round. All right, guys, we're back, and we're going to change over to the Premier Long Range. I'm not even going to bother climbing up on here because we know that he's down here somewhere else. Oh, of course you lay down. And then you put your head in the way. And again, he's dead. Oh, that was a better one. I may have hit heart. Ah, well. We'll go take a look at this one. Temporary change of plans. Oops, not the giraffe. We're going to test out the precision rifle real quick. We got a pig down here. That hit him hard. Heck, I missed. Oh, come on. Die already. He's going to go down. I think he went down over here. Alright. Let's go take a look at our deer. I may have hit this guy in the heart. He went down so quick, that's kind of what it looks like. I don't know why I didn't drive over here, but even if I did hit him in the heart, I'm not going to rerun this test. It's a huge round hitting the deer. There's not going to be anything gained from seeing anything different. Yeah, so actually that works out really well because that's pure cavity damage. So it gives you an idea of how much cavity damage you're getting from this thing. We didn't touch the heart. Let me back that up a little bit. So as we go by, we completely miss it. Well, we touched it there, but not with the center of the bullet. So it's not going to register as penetration damage. So, I mean, that's really close. But that's all going to be done through the cavity damage. So that was kind of beneficial, I guess, to see. The bigger thing was, again, of course, we had the right lung done, and look at the energy we hit with. Almost 3,200 joules. Yeah, it's going to destroy it. 400 meters, 7 millimeter. Yeah, not any concerns. The pig, however, I did a poor job. I should have just let him die when I first shot him, but instead I tried to get that second shot in, which of course spooks and makes him run further. I think I did hit him a second time, although it was like my third shot. And it's completely pointless. It's the 338. It's just a different rifle shooting it. So he should be dead right up here. Yeah, there he is. Oh, I missed him on the second shot, or third shot. So that was a little bit forward, but we got double lung damage. We did some cavity damage to the heart, but it's the 338. I mean, look at the size of that. Just, yeah, it's going to wallop. We hit with 5,400 joules at 190 meters. So there should be no concerns with using the 338 on anything. It's a monster round. Oh, didn't mean to tax it. It doesn't matter. It's no backup save anyway. So there you have it. I think it's safe to say that both of the rifles are extremely powerful and will drop anything you hit. Now, yes, there's going to be limitations, of course. You know, taking a 1.3 kilometer shot with the 7mm into a bison may not work. I don't know. I'm not going to try it right now. But as far as normal hunting goes, it's fine. And you can see the accuracy. Yeah, it wasn't exactly great. And they're both the same. Yeah, it's not the greatest accuracy in the world. It's certainly not on par with our mods, the SSG1, the 308. It's not going to compete with those types. It's not even in the the top end of the accuracy. You've got a lot of other stuff that's going to be more accurate. The 243, the Steyr Pro Hunter is going to be more accurate. The Steyr Pro Hunter 2, your 7mm 08, it's going to be more accurate. Of course, the monoblocks, the SSG-M1. The GAMS is going to be more accurate. The Mannlicher. So the 9.3x6.2, it's more accurate as well. Of course, the SM12 is. Even the old CL2 is going to be a little more accurate. The new Bargaro that we got, it's more accurate. So, I mean, it's kind of in the middle, but it makes up for it with power. It's got a ton of power, and it's T5. So, I mean, it's a beefy T5. So, it's got plenty of energy to do a lot of damage. So, I don't think anybody should have, I don't think anybody should have any issues using the new rifles at all. Especially the 338, of course. It's a monster. Just looking to see if there's anything else around. So, you know, it's a really small DLC. 2 rifles isn't exactly a lot. For $2.99, is it worth it? If excuse me, I'm talking. If I'm being totally honest, I don't know that I would buy it for these rifles. I mean, if you really like a 7mm mag, yeah, sure, pick it up. But if I ask myself, what role does this fill? Yes, it's a very powerful T5, and it's, you know, adequately accurate. But do you really need a T5 that's this powerful? The T tied to it doesn't really matter. It's about the energy levels. So whether you're getting the energy from this rifle or a different rifle, whether it's called T5, T6, T4, T1, doesn't matter. It's about the actual energy when you make the shot. I have no idea where we're zeroed at. I looked and saw it was 100, so we're good. They work on birds. Female, of course. But for $2.99, it's hard to go wrong. It's not like you're spending a ton of money. So if you like the looks of them, if you would like a different 338, if you would like the 7mm mag, yeah, why not? It's not a rifle I'm going to be using a lot. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just super tied into accuracy. So the more accurate it is, the more interested I am. If they had dropped in something that was more accurate than what we have and was a single shot, that's probably where I would land, as long as it had adequate power. Yeah, I mean, I don't want something that's, you know, ultra weak, but if this 7mm had been a single shot that was more accurate than the monoblocks, it's what I'd be using, no doubt. So yeah, it's not bad. Good fixes, and everybody gets those. You don't have to pay for the DLC to get the fixes. So some nice little fixes come along with it. All in all, yeah, it's not bad. It's not a great big huge DLC, but it's not bad. Again, I think the rifles are good. Nothing wrong with them. Just understand what you're getting when you go to use them. That's it. So we're going to wrap this up. I've got to go add in some numbers and stuff like that we didn't have at the time when I was going through and doing this. So we'll get all that wrapped up, measured out, and put in so that we have all the numbers to look at. All right, guys, that's it. We're done. You guys have a good night. God bless, and happy hunting.